Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this month's Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. As you know, on the last Wednesday of every month, many of us get together and get those pins, select a pin from one of our boards and use that pin as inspiration for a project. Now, for the last couple of months, we had given ourselves some fun little themes and extra little challenges, and this month it's just sort of like a free month. We decided to just do what we felt like doing, and I have to admit that I think this month I maybe cheated just a little bit. You'll see the image that I'm using up here in the corner, and that is an image that Sarah from Sarah Scraps posted on the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group. I think, was it last Saturday or maybe even a little bit before that? And she posted it as a challenge for us in the group to use it as inspiration for a project. And as soon as I looked at it, it just straight away, that is my kind of image, my kind of colors. I just loved it, and I put it straight away on one of my boards, but then I said, you know, that is what I'm going to use for this month's Off the Board. And I took a few things from it. Now, the first thing that came to my mind, actually, when I saw that, was this craft paper, because I'm using the Tracy Reed Beginnings and Endings collection, the printables collection for this. And that gorgeous sort of craft paper that's already a little bit distressed immediately came to mind, and I went to print it off, and then now have a look, I sort of pretty much covered it all up. But nonetheless, so that was one of the first things that came to mind. And then the way that those lovely squares are placed on the wall as sort of like a lovely little bit of an inspiration wall gave me the idea for these squares here, and also gave me an idea to do a 6x8 together with a pocket page on the other side. So that's sort of what I took, I guess, from that pin. Now, you recall last week, well, not last week, just this past Saturday, I showed you this 6x8 layout in my book from one of Sarah's classes, and it is going to go. So these three together are sort of going to record my Christmas Eve here at home. And as this card says, starting something brand new. Because, of course, we were in lockdown, no gatherings, no visiting, no getting together in any way, shape, or form, at least not in person. And my Christmas Eve normally is at my nephew's all the time, and we do the full Italian, the seven-course fish dinner and the whole thing after we have worked all day. But, of course, this year we just all went home. But I still had a lovely Christmas Eve. So the 6x6, the 6x8 layout here, I took these lovely pattern papers from the Beginnings and Endings collection, and I cut these squares to 2.75 by 2.75 so that I could still see some of this lovely craft paper in the background. And then this bottom one is a little bit narrower. I think it's maybe about 2 1/4, and I made it span the entire width of the paper for just a little bit of added interest and to break up the squares. And since I couldn't do 2.75 by 2.75 down here, rather than do something, you know, smaller squares or anything like that, I just decided that I would do a rectangular piece here, and that would add a little bit of interest. I then matted my photo on some of that lovely craft paper, mounted it up on foam, cut out a few of the printables, let's get this party started, the rainbow and enjoying this, and added 2 Nicole Jones 911 printables, this fun viewfinder in 1.5 inch and this tab. And what this is when I got home, these are some lovely, lovely flowers, and there will be another page about this, but these are some lovely, this is a lovely bouquet. It's not, well, there are flowers, but there's some beautiful coniferous greenery as well. That was part of my Christmas present from my nephew and his family, and I made myself a martini. And then over on this side, then I went into a 3x4 journaling card from the collection, some of this lovely paper that I did in 3x4, and then took some of the other papers, this lovely little floral and the sort of royal sky blue, just to add, to decorate this page a little bit, and backed my little photo here in the yellow. And this is the movie Christmas Chronicles, because that is what I watched in the evening. And then down here, I use this lovely floral paper, a strip of the blue, matted my photo in this yellow with the stars on it. And there is a photograph of some sushi. So I did stick with the Christmas Eve tradition of fish, but in a very different way for me. I got some lovely, lovely sushi. So my journaling, you know, starting something brand new, because that's what we had to do for this Christmas Eve. So a very different Christmas Eve, but I made the best of it and actually enjoyed it. A Skype cocktail with Deb and Gord. Yummy sushi, which the lovely lady at the sushi shop would not let me pay for. And I watched Christmas Chronicles. So basically, Chopin and I just had a lovely, quiet, still celebratory Christmas Eve. I popped this little printable that I cut in half underneath with one of the little Nicole Jones 911 tabs, which is a way that I love to do that. A little bit askew, and then pop something up here on foam, which is one of the little rainbows. 2 of the little viewfinders, and this one I decided to just leave. I mean, it's not to be pulled out or anything for any kind of journaling, but I just thought I would just leave it sticking out the top there for a little added interest. And there you go. So that is my off the board for January. Please make sure you pop on down below and follow along with everybody's projects. There are always such awesome and fun pins and so many different and creative ways of using those pins and getting them onto a project. So make sure you pop on down below, see what everybody got up to for Off the Board this month. And we will be back on the last Wednesday of February with another Off the Board. Thanks so much for being here. And there you go. So tell me, give me an example of something that maybe you had to make the best of lately because of the current situations, whether it be Christmas or anything else. I would love to read your comment down below. See you again soon. I hope you are all safe and have a lovely, lovely, scrappy week. Talk to you soon, my friends. Bye for now.